As we start the last week in January, I am encouraged about the future of our community. This last week was filled with community events that reflected on the life and work of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. On Monday, I attended the MLK Community Service at Holmes Chapel, and I am reminded that although there are times that we disagree on how to achieve success, that we are all engaged in our community because we deeply care about our city, and together we will achieve the same goal, making this great city that much greater. On Tuesday, I attended my first meeting of the Museum Commission as mayor, a board that I've served on for nearly a year now. The board discussed plans for future planning of the museum, and I amended my loan agreement with the commission for the Election Day painting in my office to end on March 31st, to ensure school groups in April and May will be able to enjoy the unique piece of Monticello and African American history. On Wednesday, I attended the Regional Intermodal Authority meeting in Warren, where we made the final decisions to construct a 750,000-gallon water tank on the site that will help prep the facility for further economic recruitment, a move that will directly benefit Monticello's water system and economic development efforts. On Thursday, I attended the Parks Committee meeting, where I reported on an update of the Albert Williams Monument, which is expected to be installed in February, and updates on the city park pool. The committee also agreed to pursue a grant to resurface the park's tennis courts. Finally, this week, I met with city engineers with ETC to discuss the future of the water project, developing a citywide drainage plan, updates on the Jackson Street Bridge, and beginning to engineer a lighted walking path in Jordan Park. This next week, City Council will be meeting in their first regular meeting of the new year. Although Tuesday's night agenda is not long, there will be many big issues discussed in City Council. This week, Council will vote to close out the 2014 fiscal year by approving updates on the 2014 budget, confirming the appointments of the Parks Committee and Airport Commission, bring resolve to the Economic Development Services, and consider the 2015 budget. For the last 2 weeks, the City has advertised for Statement of Qualifications for Economic Development Services. The deadline for submission was Friday, January 23rd at noon. The City Clerk only received one submission for City Council's request for qualifications. That submission was from Monticello Economic Development Commission. Therefore, Monday, I will recommend to the City Council to select MEDC to continue to serve as the City in fulfilling economic development activities due to their history of success and successful submission of qualifications. Finally, City Council will have to consider my budget proposal for 2015 as we approach the January 31st statutory deadline. This budget is a collaborative effort of all department heads, mayor's office, and city finance staff. It builds on the policy, goals, and objectives outlined in City Council's Finance and Budget Committee. It represents a fiscally responsible finance and operating plan for the city government in 2015. This proposal includes $9.8 million of operational capital expenditures forecasted for 2015. The budget includes an increase in pension obligations, maintenance contract, and a 3% cost of living increase for all city employees, except elected officials and district court employees. The budget request includes $5.8 million worth of reinvestment in the community through payroll, an $850,000 capital improvement plan, which includes $100,000 in community safety improvements, $130,000 worth of park improvements, and $40,000 worth of drainage improvements, and just under $500,000 of direct economic development investment. The proposed budget also includes $1.1 million of capital expenditures left over from 2014, which will roll over in 2015, including the Burlington tank maintenance, development of a new sewer lagoon, the Jackson Street Bridge, and a new police vehicle. The proposed budget represents a $2.5 million decrease in operational and capital expenditures from the $12 million 2014 budget, which includes a refocus on budgeting centered on services, not just operations, a reduce in inflated expenditures, and responsible use of reserves. The budget proposal does all of this with a $4.5 million surplus. As I reflect on the year ahead of us, I am excited to know the challenges and opportunities ahead of us will bring greater prosperity and growth. For no challenge is too great for our community when we work together to solve a common problem. Thanks, everybody, and have a great week.